Okay, next slide. So first we have some motivation, and this is, we have a Sun series. So here's one of our videos.
My name is Kelvin San. I'm a son, a substance use navigator here at Highland Hospital in Oakland, California. What we do basically, long story short, is to make everyone's job easier.
We're people who care about people who use drugs inside of the healthcare system, working for them to gain access to services that everybody deserves to have.
I remember the very first time I was walking around the hospital and they're like, doctor, are you a doctor? I'm like, no, I'm a substance use navigator. What does that mean? I'm like a drug and alcohol counselor in the ER.
Having the navigator role alleviates a lot of the stereotype and the stigma that a patient may feel coming in and seeking out treatment. So they feel less embarrassed and vulnerable to come in.
It's a hospital. People are scared of hospitals. People are intimidated by doctors and social workers and everyone else that is involved in that care.
I'm a recovering addict myself, so I consider myself part of them. And I am part of them. I am part of them, and I understand completely what they're going through, and they know that. I have my phone numbers scattered all over Sacramento. Everybody has my phone number. And everybody knows that they can call me and they can come to UC Davis and they will feel safe. They don't have to worry about the police department. They don't have to worry about anything.
It's never that I'm on this side, you're on that side. No, you're here for help, and that's what I'm here to do.
I want to believe that the ER is where the magic happens.
Wow. So I never get tired of that video or any of our Sun videos. I mean, they always make me just motivated, and they're so inspiring. And I could watch this every time that we put it on. It just brings me goosebumps because we are making it happen. So I'm very excited to bring our orientation and share with you our program, especially for you one-day sons, right? Yeah, you probably haven't even gotten a welcome letter. So no worries. We're going to get you through this. Next slide. Sun Training 101. So we are going to start our Sun Training. Actually, we already have, but no fears because we will be recording if you miss a session. Our Sun Training 101 is a program. It's a 10 monthly virtual training session for new sons. Everything you need to know for your role we'll go over. You can sign up for one or for all sessions, and training will follow the Substance Use Navigation Toolkit content. And we'll get to the toolkit because that's really important. All sessions will be interactive with your Sun Mentor team, and all sessions will be recorded so you can review. We are on our second series. The first one was recorded, so you can catch up, and we'll teach you how to do that as well. And if for those that are substance use counselors, we do provide CEU credit. So as long as you do your evaluation through our Sun training program, you will get CEU credits. If you don't know if you need them or not, it also will serve as a proof of attendance for our trainings, and just keep them because you might want to pursue a certification, and that's one of your starts to starting that program. Okay, next slide. So the Sun training schedule, these are very already mapped out for the whole year. And we just want you guys to know, because we know how hard it is to be in the hospital and have not knowing what to tell your supervisor, I need time off, or I need to be away from our patient care. So they're once a month. They're hour sessions, and we have the whole training schedule when you sign up, so you can already block that on your calendar. Right now, for March 25th, we will have substance use disorder and medication for addiction treatment. And it is going to be presented by one of our directors, Dr. Hannah Snyder. So please, it's very important. It'll teach you everything you need to know about buprenorphine, okay? And then the following sessions. Next slide. Again, they're all through the year. We also have regional pop-up meetings, and these regional pop-up meetings are a little different than our formal trainings. These are more interactive sessions, and they're with all the sons throughout California. So we all come together every other month, and we have a short topic, and then we get to do some breakout. And this is the time for you to network with your son mentor and your region. So it's going to be really interactive, small groups with your region or your system. So these are those regional pop-up meetings as well. Okay, next slide. They will have some, we already have their first one was February. Our next one is April 15th. And cultural considerations and substance use disorder presented by your son mentors. It's again, a really good time to network. And these are called regional because you will be grouped to your region or your system. The Son Training 101 is just every month, and that's for all new sons. Okay, next slide. So now we come to our substance use navigation toolkit. I don't know if you guys can see me, but we do have our Sun toolkit. And if you don't have one, we're going to teach you how to sign up for one to have one in hand. Everything you need to know is in this book. And it is amazing. You can have the table of contents to guide you through exactly where, if you have a question on it. We do recommend to read the session before our Sun training. So that way, if you do have a question from the book, you can bring it for discussion at our Sun training. Caroline is going to show us. She's from our program staff from California Bridge. Her and Francesca I refer to them because they help us with all of this wonderful training as far as technical assistance. So Caroline's going to show us how to navigate it on our website. So if you don't have it, it's okay. In the chat, there's a form to fill out. So just click on that link. You also received this link in your Sun welcome letter. So if you don't have it in your welcome letter, it's here on our chat. Click on that link, fill out the form, and we will mail it to you along with some other little free goodies. So please do it as soon as you can. If not, Caroline's going to show you how to access on our website. Go ahead, Caroline.
All right. Hi, everybody. I'm excited to show you all our website. So how you can find the Sun Toolkit and other resources that you might be interested in, go to cabridge.org. Hopefully that's pretty easy for you to remember. The CA Bridge programs, just cabridge.org. On our main website, you'll see this really quick button, treat a patient while you're on shift or on service. You can click that and that'll open up a page that will have all the protocols that you might need, as well as some details further down on the page. But where you can find the Sun Toolkit is going to be in Tools under Resources. And this main navigation bar that says like Problem, Solution, Impact, Tools, etc. That'll be found like on every single page on the website. So no matter where you are, you can come find this page and navigate there. So how you're going to find a Sun Toolkit, really, really simple. Right on this right in this orange box on the top right-hand corner, you'll see Toolkit Quick Links. There's a toolkit for a blueprint for how to do hospital opioid use disorder treatment, a MAT toolkit for nurses. You can share that with the nurses at your hospital. And then this one's especially made for you, the Substance Use Navigation Toolkit. You can click there and it will open up a page that will have the Sun Toolkit embedded into the page. So obviously, you're going to receive your printed copy when you fill out the form, which would be awesome. But when you need to just jump on and look for this on your computer or on your phone, you can come to this page and it will have the entire toolkit in there. So if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see there's a little introduction that just gives you a quick overview. What is a Sun? What's your role going to be like? What is the CA Bridge program? how to contact us if you need any help. You can always contact CA Bridge Sun at cabridge.org. That's like hopefully something you can remember right off the top of your head. And then I just want to go over the table of contents a little bit so you can see what each section is going to be about. And just so you know, all the Sun Training 101s are based on the Sun Toolkit. So each section is going to be, there's going to be an entire Sun training dedicated to that section. So you can kind of think of the Sun Toolkit as like your textbook for this course. So each Sun training is like the course. Your Sun mentors, Sherry, and all of our guest speakers are going to be your teachers. And this is going to be your textbook. So the first section is really just about getting started, like what even is being a Sun, how to do substance use navigation in the hospital, what are all the different locations you might need to find, some important things like patient privacy, confidentiality, ethics and boundaries that are really important for the hospital setting. Section 2 is going to be about understanding substance use disorder and MAT. So this is obviously really important for your role to really understand all of the scientific background, all the medical background of substance use disorder and MAT,
Right, and
as well as
that's going to be the Sun training for March 25th. So if you want to be ahead of our training, read the Understanding Substance Use Disorder and MAT for March 25th training.
And that would be like a really good time to come into that training with questions. Like if you have any questions about the reading, the training is a perfect time to come in with those questions. We'll all be together and you'll get them answered as a group, because as you all know, like whenever you have a question, it's pretty often that somebody else will have the same exact question. So you can go over that together as a group. Section 3 will be about starting treatment. So screening, brief intervention, and referral to treatment, identifying and approaching patients, offering treatment, engaging and motivating patients, and then documentation charting. So this is just really all about treatment, how to get your patients into treatment. Further on in section 4 is going to be about connecting patients to ongoing care. So a huge part of your role as a Sun is connecting your patients to ongoing care after they leave the hospital to make sure they remain in care and they always have that access to treatment. So this section is going to really help you figure out how to get into your community, how to find places to connect your patients to, make good relationships, and just make sure that your patients have somewhere to go once they leave the ED. The next section is going to be about leading change in hospital culture. So as a lot of you might know, our entire society and also the medical culture around substance use disorder is really not very empathetic, not very understanding. And a huge part of your role as a Sun is going to be trying to change that culture, which is obviously a really difficult thing to do. So we really want to be there to support you in figuring out how to navigate all of that really difficult stuff. The next section is going to be about strengthening your community connections. So that's really connected to that, connecting patients to ongoing care, and also making sure that you are within your community, that patients know that your services are there. A really good thing that a lot of our Sun mentors have mentioned is like sometimes their patients that come in are like, oh, my friend told me that you were here and they told me you're here to help. So that's a really awesome way to get into your community just by word of mouth, which is really cool. And then the very last section is going to be about improving and sustaining your program. So this program is amazing and we're helping people and that's great, but we want to keep doing that. And that's not the easiest thing ever. So this is going to be how you and your hospital can make sure that your hospital continues to sustain the program and continues to sustain your role as a Sun, and collecting data. So just to prove like success, to show how you're improving outcomes with patients, that will be really helpful for you to figure out all of that stuff. And then another important thing I want you all to know about the Sun Toolkit is we have an appendix, two appendices that are like tons of different resources for you to use. So this entire toolkit is going to like really walk you through what your role is and how to do the best at your role and to really help your patients. And then all of these different resources are like more specific tools for like very specific things. So like medicines for treating opioid use disorder. It breaks down every single medicine that's used for opioid use disorder, and gives you like an explanation of like a very quick, like what you would need to know. Appendix 1 is all patient-facing materials. So these could be really helpful for you to give to your patients, or really helpful for you to understand and then show that to your patients, through like just explaining it to them. And then the second appendix is going to be like additional tools and resources. Something that you might be interested in is like putting up signs around your hospital. So we have sign templates for you to print out and put up around your hospital. And then we have other frequently asked questions. You know, all your questions that you had, like I said before, maybe questions that other people have had too. And we, as the CA Bridge program, have taken note of that, and have created these really comprehensive documents that answer those questions to the fullest. So these are really good resources for you to go to get answers to your questions. And then if you have any questions about the resources, that's what your Sun mentors are there for. So you can feel free to go to your Sun mentor, go to your Slack channel, and really like just ask those questions about these resources. And then one other thing I want you to be aware of on our website is our training page. So we talked about all these lovely trainings that we're holding, so you can really build a community with the different Suns and really do the best at your role and help your patients. You can go to our training page to sign up for these trainings. So if you scroll down, you'll see Sun Training 101 is on there. You can register here, and that's just a quick way to go and register for those trainings. And our past recorded trainings are on our YouTube page. And if you can't find our YouTube page, just going on YouTube, you can access that here. So right here, it says recorded trainings and videos. You can click on that and it'll open up our YouTube page where you can see all of our past trainings. And that is all I wanted to show you on our website. So thank you. Sherry, you're muted, FYI.
Caroline, can you check, show them one, can you go back to the tools?
Yes, of
page?
course.
I kind of wanted to show them, and I have Caroline do this because she's the one that inputted and knows the toolkit, and she knows it better than us right now. This is new, it just debuted a few weeks ago, so we're still learning it. But on, go back into the substance navigation toolkit. Is it going through? I wanted to, right here in the provider resources, there's some numbers, and these are really important numbers. They come up as the California Substance Use Hotline and the National Hotline. These are if your providers, emergency room physicians, physician assistants, nurse practitioners, the healthcare providers, they can call 24 hours, 7 days a week to get help, specifically with buprenorphine and dosages, and to know whether to start on buprenorphine. So it's okay if you don't know these things, we have resources to help you. So if a doctor says, I don't feel comfortable, I don't want to give patient, medicine, or I don't know anything about this, there is a phone number and they can talk to a physician and get that feedback. So, I want you to be familiar with this website, and that's one thing, a number to have handy at all times, because you will be, you will use this, trust me. That's a very important phone number to jog down. And again, it's on our website. We want you to be familiar and just to have a resource. You do not need to know. That comes in time. So we want to make sure that you just have the references, because it's for any clinician in the hospital. Okay, thank you, Caroline, very much. So again, we have a team, it takes a team. If I don't know an answer, I turn to Caroline. If she doesn't know an answer, she turns to Tommy. So when you ask a question, you're asking all of us, because we all will help. So that's our substance use navigation toolkit. There's also a QR code if you put your camera. I don't know if you guys are familiar. I didn't know how to do this until a few months back. You open your camera, you go act like you're taking a picture, and a box will come up and the link will show up on the top of your phone. So I just wanted to make sure everybody knows a QR code. So I know some people are very high tech and some people, it takes some time. So we're with you I think that's our Sun Mentor team as well. we're all at different places. So I just want, if you know this, great. If not, again, we're here to help. Any questions? Type them in the chat, you guys. You got to have a question. Come on. All right. If there's nothing, we'll move on. Okay, next slide. Okay, Tommy, we have Sun Mentor, our VIP, Tommy Trevino, to tell us about data. You will eventually have to collect the data. So go ahead, Tommy, and let them know what they need to know.
There's some information that the bridge is asking us to collect, and it's not very much. It's probably like, well, it is like how many patients you start on buprenorphine, how many patients you've seen, just a few questions. There's not very many of them. And you don't worry about it. You will get an email. And I think you would get a Slack also, a reminder in the Slack. And I think you have to do it every month. And then John is a person that you can contact if you need some help, or the data, just email the data at californiabridge.org if you have any question. They'll get right back to you. And that's about it.
Thank you, Tommy. You made that easy, because it is easy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. Thanks, Tommy. Next slide. Okay, how to use new website resources. So again, I think Caroline went over this, and we just want to make sure that's the place to go. There is a whole other section for resources, and everything's listed, including protocols, algorithms for your healthcare practitioners. So when you have time, you can take some time to look through our website, and I strongly suggest that if you're new and you're orienting, use that as part of your time to be familiar with the new website. Next slide. Okay, and on shift, a quick access. Okay, so we went through that. Okay, and next in our partnerships, California Bridge partners with lots of different organizations. One strong partnership that we actually have really built upon is our National Harm Reduction Coalition. We partner with them because they offer tremendous amount of education, but also they have free learning modules for substance use disorder and harm reduction. We're going to get you that link. If you don't have it, you should have received the link on your welcome letter. If you did not get the link, we will get that to you. And you're warm welcome, and we'll email it. What is harm reduction? Before I, as a nurse, did not know what harm reduction was. Didn't even have the slightest clue of what that meant. Well, harm reduction is what it is. It's meeting the patient where they're at. And if that means they're still using drugs, then we're going to make sure they are safe. It is making sure that they are safe, and we're reducing that stigma that we were talking about earlier. And the Harm Reduction Coalition has some great learning, great speakers. They are invited to our presentations. So we're really happy with this partnership. Oh, somebody put the 3-course free bundle in the chat. They're about an hour each. There's three modules, and that will really give you an oversight of the harm reduction program that's going on all across the United States. In California, it's things like the Safe Syringe Exchange Program. It's the naloxone Narcan spray for high-risk patients that we are distributing in some of our EDs. So these are all of the things that we're doing for National Harm and our partnership with them, that you will be an expert by the time the trainings are over. And even in your book, you'll see some harm reduction education materials and resources. Okay, next slide. Okay, next we have Angela, our Sun mentor, to talk about Slack. What is it, Angela?
Everybody, I'm Angela Caldwell. I'm a substance use navigator up at Mercy Medical Center in Reading and also a mentor for Adventist Health and Kaiser South. I'm just going to briefly go over Slack. Some of you probably already know what it is. I know I've been working with some of the new sons on Slack. It is basically a communication platform for the Bridge program and the Sons, your region. You should have already received an email inviting you to join Slack. If you haven't, please write in the chat that you haven't received that yet. We'll make sure that that gets out to you. So once you get on Slack, there's a few channels that you'll be on. One of them will be for your region. Just I'm on there along with everybody else that's in that region. And then there's an All Sons Slack channel, and that one is for any kind of questions that you have. You might want to reach out and ask, does anybody have ideas about outreach? You'll put that kind of question on there, and then you can get feedback from other sons, from other mentors. Just maybe a scenario that you had that you want to share with somebody, even a good story, a success story that you want to just let people know about. We all like to hear the feel good stuff, so just utilize it. Talk to people, say good morning, say just whatever you need to say. But if it is something important, emergent that you want answered right away, you're probably not going to want to put it on Slack. Go ahead and just call your mentor so that you can get that answer right away. For the most part, we're watching it and we're making sure that we're answering questions and things like that, but you can't guarantee an immediate response since we're all working, with our patients and such. Also, there is every Thursday from 2:30 to 3, you can go on Slack and there's like a technical assistance half an hour just to get on there. And at those times, you're going to get a response right away. We have somebody monitoring it and ready for questions and ready to answer right away. The other channel that you'll have on there is the clinical channel. This is mostly for information. A lot of our clinical support is on there, and they're sometimes posting ideas that maybe aren't bridge related. So you'll want to, I guess, not really look at that as the California Bridge Bible. Some of that stuff is just our clinicians that are discussing different options or different ideas that they might have, but it's a really good informational channel, and so we want you to be able to read it. So if you do see something on there that you're questioning or anything, ask your mentor. Or talk to somebody else about that situation and see if it's something that we should be utilizing. Okay, I think that's about it. Otherwise, we do have Facebook, Instagram. Follow us. Put some of your selfies on there. Just enjoy the social media that we have. There we go. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Thank you for sharing that. I was going to say MySpace, but I guess that would age me. And that's it, pretty much.
Thank you, Angela. I know I forgot about MySpace. Oh my gosh.
I know.
I'm with you. I remember that. All right, next slide. Okay, continue to type in your questions in the chat. I'm sure, don't be shy. If you think of something, please, that's what we're here for. We want to hear from you, okay? This is your chance. If not, we do have our technical assistance support on Slack. So today from 2:30 to 3, I know Angela mentioned that. It's something new we're trying. So that way, if you do need a question answered, 2:30 to 3 on every Thursday, there are some mentors monitoring the chat, and we can get back to you, as well as there's a whole network of sons that have great information. All right, next slide. Evaluation, please, you guys. We need to know our feedback. If this was helpful for you, our orientation. So again, you can get on your phone, take a picture. If not, there is a chat. They did put the link in the chat. So you can either do the QR code or you can put the chat. But we really need your evaluation to make sure we're doing this and you guys, you find it useful, or give us suggestions of what we can go over too. That's really useful during orientation. Okay, next slide. Next, we have Chaya. Chaya is going to recap our takeaways from today's presentation.
Hi everyone, my name is Chaya Vake. I am the Substance Use Navigator for Fresno Community Regional Medical Center here in the Central Valley, and I also represent Central Valley and South Bay. So the key takeaways: make sure you sign up for the Sun 101 trainings. That is the deep dive in the Substance Use Navigator toolkit. And then the regional pop-ups, definitely come to those. That's when we do a lot of networking. Use our website. It has everything on there, literally everything. I go on there every day. The California Bridge team is here to help with the deliverables for the BHPP grant. So that includes the data. If you have any questions with that, reach out and we will help you with that. Stay connected, sign up for Slack, and follow us on our social medias. There's always a new posting like every week. Our team is very good with that. Stay connected with your regional or Sun mentor, which takes me to the next slide. If you do not know who your Sun mentor is, please type it in the chat right now so we know to connect you to the right person. But this is a Sun mentor team: Christian, Tommy, Angela, me, Chaya, Eric, Wendy, Latoya, and Rebecca. If you do not know any of those names, definitely reach out to us, okay? And those are our contact information and phone and emails and phone number. Okay. Thank you.
Great, thanks. We're going to leave this up for a second because I know some of you don't have the contact information. And if you do not know, we're going to match you up. Because that is crucial for you to kind of get all of this information. If you have any questions, this is your Sun Mentor team. So there's the phone numbers, there's the email, and again, there's Slack. If you're not signed up, we'll send you an invite. So please do not, don't worry about it. If we haven't gotten you a Sun Warm welcome letter, that's going to be coming to you shortly as well. We just want to make sure you guys have, again, all of the tools and you know when the trainings are, okay? Anything else? Okay, does anybody else need an invite to Slack? Okay. All right. Any questions? Anybody have anything for us? Okay, well, we're always here to help. I am, again, Sherry Cisneros. I'm the Substance Use Navigator Director. You can email me, you can Slack me. There's my phone number. I am always available, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. So again, we are so happy to have you here and join us. And I'm going to leave you with a inspiration. We always like to begin and end. And this is just a wonderful quote: turn your face towards the sun and the shadows fall behind you. So that's what you are, sun. You are the sunshine. So again, reach out to your Sun mentor, talk to us on Slack. If you have any other questions, I'll hang out for a few minutes. Hello, how can we get access to the recording of today's training? We already have this Sun orientation already recorded and it is on our website. So again, if you need it, it's already been pre-recorded from the very first training. This is our second training. We also want to encourage you, if you have not received your Sun warm welcome letter, because everything is in that warm welcome letter that we went over today. So again, if if you haven't gotten that letter, we need to get that to you. But we can definitely, I can send you the recording because I see we are recording this one as well. Any other questions? Okay, well, I really want you guys to sign up. That's, the takeaway. And don't forget your your Sun Toolkit, you get this wonderful book. I'm still learning it. Like I said, it's only been out for a few weeks, and we're gonna kind of highlight in our trainings what you need to know. So just sign up, you'll get it in a few days. They send it tracking, so we know exactly when you're gonna get it. I do advise you, if you put the hospital address, you will have to go to your mail room, because I know working in a hospital for 25 years, things get lost in the mail room. So again, if you sign up and you put your hospital address, please make sure that you check with your mailroom, because it will be sitting in there, and it's too valuable to be sitting there. So, that's the only thing. And we can tell you if it was delivered to your hospital. You can give us your personal address. We'll only use it for the Sun Toolkit. And somebody just typed in the chat, you'll also receive a goodie bag. A goodie envelope. So please make sure that you do sign up for that toolkit. All right. Any other questions? Okay. All right, guys. That's it for me. And again, we'll be around for a few more minutes for any questions. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone. Thank you for attending.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay, I think all the questions were answered. We're good. Thank you for
Yeah.
monitoring the chat, because there's it's fast.
Yeah.
Rebecca, I went
Sherry,
ahead.
you just are so smooth with it. Now it's just like so second nature to you. It's awesome to see from the first time to now. It's just like,
Yeah.
Everybody
yeah, yeah, all of us for sure. But that was
Caroline, I put her on the spot, but you know that toolkit and where everything was, and so we're gonna give it to an expert. so that was, like I said, they're afraid to go in and ask questions. So I think it worked really well, you guys.
Yeah, I think so too. Awesome.
I know. I'm surprised. How many did we get, Francesca? Is she still here?
I'm pretty sure it was 8 or 9.
Oh, I counted more than that.
Well, there is more, including us.
Okay, but the actual new sentence.
Yeah, I think there is 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Great.
Still a good amount.
Cool. Yeah.
All right, guys.
All right. Bye, guys.
Okay.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank
Great
you.
job,
Bye.
Rebecca.
Nice work, everybody.
Rebecca.